morning, people. This is a new update in the building series. So I think this is going to be a short one, but we're going to cover one update that just happened in the bedroom, one update that I think will happen later today, and then I also want to show you later on. We've had a bit of change to the design of how the wardrobe is going to look. It's still a horseshoe, but we needed to make some adjustments in the depth of the cabinets and so on. But let's get back to that later. So let's get the vlog started, and then I'll update you on the recent change. So first off, this is just the stage of the room right now. It feels so much bigger, and so that's a really nice first step. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but this is obviously like the entrance, right? So when the door was like halfway shut, the bed came almost into the door here. So there was no space to walk between the door and the bed unless you opened it up fully or like closed it so you could get past. And this essentially means that with this wall being removed, we're going to be able to move the bed all the way from so here all the way in to like I think here. So you'll see like this is all of the extra space that we'll actually be getting, and I'm standing currently like 180 from the wall, so that's all good. But for the update. Okay, so there's a hole left in the floor because that's where the wall was like anchored before. And when we had the bed against the wall, so if you imagine the wall is right here, we actually had we had electricity coming out right in the middle. So there used to be you can see the two cables there. There used to be like a little outlet right here. And that have now, this morning, been moved to the corner over here. It means that once we get the wardrobe up, there will actually be a 14 centimeter gap in this side. We will cover the gap with like a little, should we say like a little door? We'll make a custom door so we have that space free. But that's where we'll have our electricity connected to. And then we'll make a hole in the wardrobe, in the cabinets, to draw electricity out to the middle, where we'll obviously have the bed and lights and chargers and everything. But yeah, it looks really good. I didn't even realize that you could move like the same thing. So yeah, I think we still need to do some how do you say that? In Danish we say foo. We still need to do some paste here so that it looks like really smooth, but it looks really nice. So that's all good. Later today, Eric is coming home and we're gonna take down, we still have the metal frame left from the old shelves that was inside of the walk-in. So we're gonna take down the whole metal shelf thing, which leaves us with a bunch of holes in the wall. And then we obviously need to fix this bugger right here. So that's also what we're gonna do today. And I'm gonna take you with me to the store because I'm gonna look up a paint. We wanna essentially like paint the whole room in like a beige color, light beige color. I really need to find the right one. So that is what we're doing today. We are sanding down, we're sparkling all over, and then prepping and basing with white paint before we paint. Paint before we paint. That's a good ending. Anyways, to the update. Hi guys, it is time to head out. I'm quickly gonna stop by neighbor because they've pretty much done the same project as us, just set up like full wall filled with the cabinets, so almost the same, not the horseshoe thing though. And they have a lot of like mass left that we need to be able to smooth out the walls. So I'm gonna run over to them and get I get a bucket from them. Super nice. Thank you guys so much. And then after that I'm gonna run to the store and look at colors, which is what I promised you this morning. which is just a few seconds for you, but it's like been a whole work day for me. So I'm gonna run to the store and I'll take you with me, and we're gonna see if we can pick up at least one of those color charts thingies, but hopefully maybe a bucket of sample color or two. Let's see. What if I find the color I want? Then I'll just buy it, but I don't think so. Let's see. Quick note though, I got my new kicks today. They arrived. I love them so much. So comfortable, and gives you a little bit of height too. All right, let's go. Hello peeps, it's a few hours later. As you can see, it's dark outside, so we have we've devoured a bit of a takeaway, a bit of Thai food, as we were watching Last of Us latest episode. Everybody loves the show, so including us. And we have removed those, or I say we, you have removed the metal framing on the wall. So now we're just left with all of these little holes. So what we're gonna do now is just remove all of the plastic that's in the holes from the screws. What do you call those in English? What do you call a rouwplug?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anyways, I'm talking about these little thingies, like the plastic ones you have in the wall. We're just gonna pull those out, and then we have the bucket of paste here to fill all of the holes, and also to even out this piece. I don't know if you can see it like properly on the video, but it's like it's not really smooth. We've cut down along the edges, but this is obviously concrete, so it needs to be smoothed out. Yeah. And then we have this big hole right here in the middle of the floor. And I think I talked about this earlier today, like what we were gonna do to fill it or like support the floor underneath. And Eric bought this today. So it's something called like repairing concrete. So you just mix it up and then you basically pour it in. Ooh. And I did buy, so I bought 2 pieces of like sample paint. Give me 1 second and I'm gonna open up these ones so you can see the 2 colors next to each other. Okay, so here we are. They're pretty much almost identical. I think this is what men means when they say, you know, that women see more color than they do. I'm not sure, maybe I'm a bit biased. But this one is like beige, but it's a bit colder beige. And this one is also beige, but it's a little bit more warmer. So I think this one has like a little bit more yellow or like yellowy tone. And this one has more of a white or like a cool gray tone. Wow, they literally look the same next to each other. I don't know, do you see that? Do you see the difference? I have no idea. Anyway, So I got these 2 sample jars, which is really cheap, and it's also a hack. Like if you're only gonna paint, let's say, one wall, or if you're gonna paint like a little piece of a wall, just get the samples instead, or sample sizes instead, rather than the big jugs. Anyways, so these are the 2, and I think he put, I don't know if he put a, yeah, so the one is called, this one is called, maybe it doesn't say. One was called like crushed silk, and the other one was called something else. I promise I'll find out. I promise I'll find out once we actually paint. But what we're thinking is also, so that part of the wall and that part of the wall is obviously gonna be behind cabinets, so we can just paint all we want to behind there and see which color we like best. How's it going? What are you doing?
Cutting off the loose edges.
Yeah.
We don't have any leftover.
No. Okay. We'll get back to you when we start the sparkling.
Feel alright. Let's do the streets on Monday. Let's call your exes and tell them they can join us too. Why always worry for money when you can get rich for trying to see the upside?
Hi people, small update. So we're done with the first layer of, do you say sparkle? What is it even called?
No idea.
Wait. Give me 1 second, guys. I will Google it. Okay, so becomes putty in English. Okay, whatever. The stuff that you use to like smooth out nail holes and drilling and stuff, cracks and whatever. So we've done 1 round of that, and we need to do 1 more round. No, we need to file it down afterwards, and then do 1 more round and file again, and then paint it white. And after that, we're gonna start painting. So as soon as I have some of the sample colors on the wall, I'll totally show you that. But last and final update before we end this vlog. This was the original design that I made for the wardrobes. Only problem here is that we have like a ventilation system up here, and that's further out, so the depth of the ventilation system is too deep compared to how deep the wardrobe could be like across the board. I really like this design. It had like all the space that we needed, but I had to rethink the side cabinets to make it like deep enough. Also, you can only buy like wall cabinets that are 40 centimeters deep at IKEA, which meant that we couldn't opt for the 55 depths across all. This is 40 across all. So what it ended up being was this bad boy instead. It's 55 in depth on the cabinets that goes on the sides. So the bed would be here in the middle, and the top part is 40, so we'll have that little dent in, or what do you want to call it? Like we'll have that difference in depth, but kind of okay with it. I tried ordering all of this along with a bunch of other stuff today, but it looks like the cabinets, so these tall ones, like the big parts right here, are not available for delivery. So I'm gonna have to call IKEA and see like what we can do to get this whole thing delivered in one go. But anyways, this is what the design will be. and yeah, quite excited. I will see you next Monday with a new vlog. Remember to subscribe. Bye.